Hey guys, thanks for joining me on my journey of joy, grief, and authenticity. And today I want to talk about GriefShare. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this ministry, but it's available in churches across the nation, possibly in other nations. I'm not actually very well versed on it, but I have become a part of the one taking place at Watermark that's offered there. And Watermark is a large church here in Dallas, and they have a ton of ministries, and they are so generous as to open them up to the entire community because, as a lot of you guys know, I go to Trinity Church Oak Cliff, and I love it, but we're a tiny church plant, and we don't have a ton of ministries. And so a grief program like this is really wonderful to be able to go to, even though it might not be at my own church. So I'm very grateful that Watermark makes this available to anyone in the community. GriefShare is basically a semester-long program, and you meet on a weekly basis. You get to watch videos together as a large group, and by large, I think there's probably 100 to 200 people that are present, maybe not 200. There's quite a few people in a large room. You watch the videos that are made available by GriefShare. You can also find these on YouTube, so be sure and look up their YouTube channel. There's a lot of GriefShare videos that are really helpful. And the most helpful part of that is you're basically hearing stories. It is story after story of people who've experienced loss and what it is that they were dealing with, whether it's struggling with their relationship with the Lord, or struggling with the crazy that you guys hear me always talking about, or how to deal with family members or different people, how to forgive people during a time where you are very sensitive and can be easily hurt. It's really a great program. So after you do the large group videos, you all break up into smaller groups. And for us, we spend about an hour in the large session and then another hour together as a small group. And you meet with your same small group every single week. And I knew that I would meet some wonderful people, but oh my goodness, I got it so attached to them so quickly. I think that was most surprising to me. And I love going and hearing how they're up, hearing what they're up to every week and what they've been struggling with, what wins that they've had. I love it. I think it's amazing. But truthfully, I am always wanting to talk about Hollis, to talk about grief, to get it all out, obviously, because I'm doing this video blog all the time. But I've been most surprised that with GriefShare, I've wanted to listen. It is just amazing to be around so many people of God who are hurting and turning back to the Lord over and over again, and you're learning so much from them along the way. I guess I was just surprised at how much I would want to listen and how much I get out of listening. I don't always have to put my heart on my sleeve in order to get something out of the evening. And so it's been wonderful. They also have a really great workbook that you get with it. And you go through every week and you can take notes along with the videos. You can also answer a lot of questions every day. It's not a ton of work. It's just enough to get you to think about what it is that you're dealing with, and to not push things under the rug, to really pay attention to what you're struggling with, and so you can address it with the Lord. It's been amazing. Great group leaders too. We get to communicate on a regular basis through a GroupMe app, and it's wonderful. I highly recommend it, and really I just wanted to make sure that other people knew about it. Truthfully, whenever I had heard of GriefShare, I thought it was a generic term, kind of like Kleenex. I thought it was just a term that represented group therapy for people that are grieving. I didn't realize that it was a truly organized program. And so that has been eye-opening for me, And this specific program is just so credible. Another thing that was so powerful to me about GriefShare is as I was looking up David and Nancy Guthrie, who wrote the program and created it all, she's written a lot of good books, so definitely look her up. But I also was listening to her talk about their grief story, and it's so similar to ours, especially in that they found out they were carriers of a genetic disorder and they lost not just one, but 2 babies as a result. Even after they'd had their first loss, they tried to do everything in their power to keep that from happening again, and they got pregnant again, and the next baby also had the same condition. And it's all so similar. The things that they've struggled with were all very similar, and so I just thought that was really powerful for me. All that to say, it's a great program. I encourage you to go find out about GriefShare. Go try to see if there's a church in your area that offers it, because it's really powerful. And that is it. Thank you for joining me on my journey of joy, grief, and authenticity. And I just hope you guys have the best week this week. I hope you have a really great time, and I hope you're really enjoying this fall weather. It's lovely.